Hello guys, today in this tutorial I will basically show you a new tool that I added on my free media tools website. And this tool basically guys is a clone of Google Maps. You have used Google Maps in your day-to-day life to actually track the location of someone. And basically I made my own Google Map, and I haven't used Google Map official API. I made this with my own JavaScript code, and it runs in the browser. You can basically check out the live demo. I have given the link in the description of the video. This tool is deployed on freemediatools.com and /find latitude longitude. This is actually the URL or address. You can check out the tool. The link is given in the description of the video. So this is similar to Google Maps guys. So you have Google Maps Android app installed on your mobile phone, or you can visit Google Maps on PC as well. So this is quite a similar interface. You will see a autocomplete field will be there. You can basically write any address around the globe, and let's suppose I write any address right here. Let's suppose I write here Tokyo, and you will basically see guys, autocomplete will be there as you just write here. Autocomplete suggestions will come right here. So you will see Tokyo, Japan. So Tokyo is a city in Japan. So all these autocompletes are coming similar to, we have Google autocomplete as well for Google Maps. If I select any location right here, as I select the location guys, you will see that automatically that marker will be added right pinpoint at the location which is there in the map. And we will also be getting this geolocation, which is latitude and longitude. Latitude, longitude, as you all know guys, every location on a map has a latitude and longitude coordinate. This is called as geocoding. We basically convert a physical address to a latitude longitude coordinates, and that's exactly what we are doing right here. We are simply allowing the user to enter the location, and after entering the location we basically giving the latitude and longitude to the user, and also pinpointing the location in the map as well. So this is a full application guys, similar to Google Map, and if you have used Google Map, you will be interface will quite look similar to that. We can even zoom in, zoom out. These controls are there here. You will see that. And the nice thing about this tool guys, I will show you how to code this tool step by step in this video. And the nice thing is that we don't need to pay anything to the Google Map API. I haven't used that Google Map API. It's completely free solution that I'm going to tell you. I written this code with my full dedication, hard work. So I will tell you how I coded this application. So let's suppose I take any other examples. Texas, I take Texas. You will see it's a city in US, and you will see auto suggestions are coming. And now you will see it will pinpoint the location. You can just scroll down with your mouse as well. So it will pinpoint the location, and it will give you this latitude and longitude. So you can see it will give you this latitude, longitude, and that's exactly what we want. And if you want the full source code guys of this tool, yeah, I have given the full source code. You can purchase it on PayPal in United States dollar, or you can go to Stripe and make the payment in Indian rupees. So both the payment links are given in the description of the video. And after you purchase it, you will actually get a zip file which will contain the actual directory structure of the code right here. We actually have the HTML code, CSS code, JavaScript code, and the actual images which are used. I will show you step by step how I written this. So this is actual interface guys. I just show you. Basically you just need to enter the location, any pinpoint location. As you just write here, all the suggestions will come. If you select any location, then you can just select it, and automatically it will pinpoint the location which you selected right here. So now let's get started. You can visit the full before payment. You can basically use this tool, get accustomed to, and then you can make the payment. So this is actual tool. I have given the link in the description of the video. So now let's get started. So first of all guys, I will include all the CDNs which are there. This CDNs you will get after you purchase the source code, and I already included. We are using Bootstrap for making the user interface of the application. We are also using jQuery as well. These two libraries we are using, and then you can see we are including the base library that I included, which is map.css, map.js, and geocoder CSS.js. So these libraries we are including, and we are basically using Leaflet.js to actually do the rendering of the map in the background. We are using Leaflet.js. It's a free solution, and also we are using OpenStreetMap API to actually convert the physical address to location. So I will basically just delete this HTML code and start from scratch, and also delete this JavaScript code as well. This will be a long video, so just watch the full video, guys, if you want to learn this, how to create this. So first of all, in the HTML, what we will do is that we will have some interface right here. So just wait here. We will have basically this div tag, which we will give it an ID to it of address form. So here we will allow the user to actually write the address, enter address. This will be the field where the user will enter the address. So this will be an input field, input type text. We will give it an ID to it of address, and placeholder, simply just allowing the user what to write here, enter address dot dot dot. It is required. And then we will also be having this autocomplete here. Basically, as you type inside this, suggestions will come to you in the address field. So for that, we will have separate div tag. We will give it ID to address suggestions. We'll give it a bootstrap class of list group, and here the suggestions will dynamically come. So just write this div here. And lastly, we will be basically be having a div with an ID of map. Here we will actually load our actual map. So first of all, what I will do, I will actually load the map. So I will include the script.js. So I will, in the root directory, we will create a new file, script.js. So here we will write all the JavaScript code which is required. So first of all, guys, what we need to do, we need to initialize the map. So now to initialize the map, we will use we are using Leaflet.js, and we are basically getting the reference of the map. We are setting the view. Here we need to pass the latitude. So once you load the page, this will be, you can pass any latitude, longitude. We are passing this latitude and minus 0.09. This is the value of longitude. And then this is a zoom level. This can be any value, but I am setting the zoom level of the map to be 3. This is the default value. Now we will actually set a tile layer. Now to set a tile layer, we will use this method, and this image will be coming from the internet. So we will use this backtick symbol right here. Tile.openstreet. So we are using OpenStreetMap API, guys, which is an open source library for embedding maps in the application. So this URL we are using X Y, and this is actually a PNG image. So we are just embedding this PNG image, and the second option is an object. This contains attribution value. So what I will do, I will simply paste it. That's all. So the very first line, guys, what we did, we basically initialize a map by passing a latitude and longitude and the zoom level. So here you need to basically give the ID. So whatever ID that you have given in the HTML to your map, you have given basically in the HTML, you will see we have given this ID. So we are actually passing this map reference to this to initialize a map here. And then we are adding a picture from OpenStreetMap API. So if you just refresh now this application, you will hopefully you will see this address field, but you will not see the map. For now to see the map, guys, we just need to add some CSS right here just to see the map on the screen. So we will basically write a very basic, we will target the map element and we will give it a height of 500 pixel. So if you refresh, you will basically see now the map is showing, guys, basically So this is first thing that we able to render out the map. But if you use Google Map API, guys, you need to basically create a account, add your credit card, and hopefully you also need to pay for Google Map as well. But this is a completely free solution that I have given you, and with this help of solution you can basically embed Google Maps inside your third-party applications, various applications required to basically render out the map. So this is a perfect solution, perfect solution to Google Map. You don't need any API key or any sort of money to pay. It's completely free solution, and you can basically find out all the source code and purchase it. So after doing this, guys, we will also be styling the address form. This video is not about CSS, guys, so I will simply copy paste it. You will get all the source code after you purchase it. So we are just targeting the address form, just aligning this address field perfectly. So now it is appearing right at the top left corner of the screen in the map. So here you will write your address. So nothing is doing, but still we need to write something here. So after this, guys, we also need to write, we need to style the address suggestions. We have given this ID right here. Just add this CSS as well. So we are just styling the suggestions which will come. So nothing will happen. So some more suggestion item. So we just need to add this CSS for the application to work. So that's all. So after this, guys, we go to script.js. After we add the basically the map, we need to now whenever we basically write something inside our input field, we can basically attach a on change. So whenever the value changes inside this input field, we can basically trigger a function which will automatically run whenever the value changes inside this input field. So we are basically binding a function which is locate address, which will automatically run whenever the value will change. So now in the JavaScript function, we will define this function which is locate address, and inside this function what we will do, we will basically convert the address to a actual location in the map. So we will actually take the address, we will target it by using document.getElementById. We have given the ID to the address field. We will extract the value dot value. So now we will use geocoding, guys, to actually convert the address to latitude and longitude. So how we can do that? We can basically make a fetch call to this API, which is HTTPS. With this API, we have made this API. We are making this call. After you purchase it, you will able to make this request openstreetmap.org/search, and here question mark, and format is equal to JSON, and the queue parameter, which is query, is equal to the address which is passed. And basically this returns a promise, guys. So we need to convert this response first of all to JSON, and then again this response data will be returned for us. And here we can simply check if the data is there, and data.length is greater than equal to 0. In that case, coordinates are returned. So we can basically store the latitude like this, data.0.lat, and the longitude data.0.long. So you can basically console log the data. You can just check out these values, how we are extracting it, just to check if it is working or not. So if you basically now write, guys, let's suppose I write here Delhi, enter it. So what you will basically see, 6 suggestions are returned to us. Each suggestion has this display name. You will see Delhi, India. This is latitude of this, longitude. We are basically capturing these two values, which is latitude and longitude. we have all this information: place ID, place rank, awesome type, awesome ID, license, display name, importance. All this information is also there, guys. You can basically do this. And now what we need to do is that we just need to here put a marker on the map using the latitude and longitude that we got. So we will basically remove first of all the existing marker. If the marker exists, in that case we will remove it by using this function remove layer. We will remove the marker. If the marker is not there, then we will simply add the marker. By adding this marker, we can simply say l dot marker. We will pass the latitude and longitude. These two arguments we will pass, and we will basically use the add to method to actually add it to the map. That's all. Now we will simply set the view of the map to this coordinates, which is we will pass latitude, longitude, and the zoom level I will set it to 13. It will simply zoom to that location that we find out. And now we can simply update coordinates table. So first of all, just see if it is able to. Just refresh. Let me write Delhi here and enter. You will basically see what will happen. It is saying that marker is not defined. Let me check, guys. I haven't declared mark. Oh, sorry. We need to declare a variable. So just declare it at a global variable. So let marker. This is a global variable. So just declare it. Now write Delhi. Enter. You will see that longitude is not defined. LON. Let me check. Sorry. Just need to change this. Right now, Delhi. Enter. You will see that, guys, automatically it will pinpoint to that location, which is, you can zoom in. This is Delhi right here. You will see that it is located in New Delhi, which is India. So you can put any location. Let's suppose I put Auckland, which is in New Zealand. So if you will see that it will pinpoint to Auckland. Let's suppose I change this to Texas. You will see that it is there in Texas. You will see that. Let's suppose I say here London. You can see that. So in this way, guys, now we simply need to display the latitude and longitude just in a table like structure, which is very easy. So we just need to go to HTML and write inside, after we basically give embedding the map here, we can basically have a table which has a ID of coordinates table and a class of table, and table head. So we will basically have two columns, which is latitude and longitude. So inside this, guys, we will have the table body. We will give it an ID, coordinates body. So here we will basically insert the information in this table body. Just go to script.js and right here we will basically make a function after this in order to update this information in a table. So update coordinates table, we will pass the latitude and longitude. So here we will make a function update latitude, longitude. So this is basically the function, guys, and now inside this function what we need to do, we need to declare a coordinates body, and we will say that document dot get element by ID coordinates body. We will get the reference. After getting the reference, we will manipulate the inner HTML. So now basically we will say tr so we will basically bind this latitude and longitude. LON, that's all. So after you did this guys, so now you will also see if I write some location and press enter, you will see now this latitude and longitude will also get printed out. This is exactly the information that we want. We're converting an address to a latitude, longitude, and also pointing it in the map as well. So it's a complete application that we built guys, and this feature is missing, which is autocomplete feature. Let me also tackle this also. We can basically bind a on input event handler to the we have in jQuery. Basically we'll select this from the ID we have given, and there is a function here which is called as dot on. We will listen to this input event. So when the value changes right here, we will basically bind a function right here. So this function, we will take the value like this dot val. After taking the value, we will simply compare that input dot length is greater than 2. In that case, we will also make a fetch call. This will be the same fetch call that we made guys to actually get the coordinates latitude and longitude. So just close it. I think it returns a promise. Data is returned right here. Now we will get the suggestions. So for having the suggestions guys, we will actually use for each loop. This will be empty. So data dot for each. So data basically is an array of suggestions which are coming from the JSON API, and for each suggestion what we will do, for each item what we will do, suggestions HTML we will concatenate plus is equal to. So we are basically add this code right here for the suggestions. Just copy this. You will basically find all the source code guys, so don't worry about it. So in the if block we are simply checking that if the data is present or not. If input length is greater than or equal to 2 characters, here we are simply checking that if the user has entered more than 2 characters, then we will actually show the suggestions by making a simple fetch call to this API, and we will basically use the for each loop to actually show the suggestions, which is we are using the list group item class of bootstrap list action suggestion item. We are item.display name, we are putting the suggestion and adding it to the DOM, and if no input is there, we will simply remove the suggestions empty. So if you basically now refresh, try to enter 2 characters Delhi, you will see the suggestions coming right here. All these suggestions will come, and now if I select any of these suggestions right here, nothing happens. Why nothing happens? We also need to bind a on click to this. How we can do that in jQuery? It makes it very much easy. We can say here document dot on click, and here we will give it the class which we have assigned to each suggestion, which is suggestion item. So we are simply binding this on click listener. So jQuery makes it very much easy. We are simply searching for this element having this class which is suggestion item and binding a on click on it. So we have given, if you see to the suggestion, we have given this class which is suggestion item. So we are simply binding a on click by searching this class. First of all, we will prevent the auto submission e.prevent default. We will get the address by $this.value, this.text, and then we will bind this value to the address field. trigger input, and we will again call the same function locate address, which will convert this to latitude longitude and basically point it to the map. Now let's suppose if I type here Wellington, and various suggestions are there, guys. If you see, if I put, now you can see that it will give the suggestions. You will see. So in this way, guys, basically you can do this, and this is the full application. Hopefully you will like this, guys. You can see that if I just type here Delhi, so now you can see it will point and it will give you this. Let me just paste this full source code and show to you once again. So this is actual HTML code. And this is the actual JavaScript code. So very simple application, guys, which makes it very much easy. If you are interested, guys, you can purchase it. So if you just write Delhi, so all these suggestions are coming, and you will basically see it will point. You can see that. So in this way, guys, you can do that. Any location you can write. You can basically check out my tool, which is deployed right here. You can see that. So thank you very much, guys. In this way, we have built Google Map clone in the browser using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We have used Autocomplete API, geocoding API as well to actually make it inside the browser, which is a Google Maps clone. All the source code is given. You can purchase it from PayPal in USD or Stripe in Indian rupees. Both the payment links are given. Please hit that like button, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next video.